I'm Dr. Charlotte Hodges. I'm a wife, mom, and bariatric surgeon. All of my recipes have been kid and hubby approved. Let's see what's happening in the kitchen today. So today I'm going to make one of my specialties, Larry's fish on the hash shell. This is a super easy recipe. You actually make fish in a little foil boat. It takes about 20-30 minutes to do, just a couple of ingredients, and it tastes really, really good. With all of my patients, they're always trying to find new ways to get their protein in, and this is a great way. It's healthy and really tasty. What's also nice is you can use a lot of store-bought items, so there's not a lot of prep time, okay? So to get started, what you'll need is a piece of whitefish. I just got tilapia. You can get any type of whitefish. This works for tilapia, sea bass, flounder. If you like fish with skin, you can use fish with skin. I don't really like skin. So, and Larry, who actually made this recipe, he loved fish on the skin because he did a lot of fishing. But today I'm just using tilapia. You'll need 1 lime, you'll need salt to taste, and also some pico de gallo. Now I'm from Texas, so I always get my pico just from the grocery store. If you're not lucky enough to live in Texas, I do have a little short recipe afterwards to show you how you can make your very own pico de gallo, okay? So we can get started. Okay, so to get started, I'm gonna have my helper. This is Margie. She's my little 3-year-old and she's fantastic in the kitchen. Okay, are you excited about getting started? All right, good deal. So what we're going to do is we'll first start off by just placing the piece of fish right in the middle of your foil. Now, if you're choosing to get a piece of fish that has one side with skin on it, you want to put it skin side down. So the very first thing that you'll do is we're going to put a little bit of salt on the fish. Do you want to put that on there, honey?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Get a little bit more in there. Oh, wait, not that much. Perfect, okay, that's good. Once the salt is on the fish, you're just gonna put the juice of half of a lime on top, just like that. You wanna use one? Here you go, baby. Okay, perfect. Squeeze it on there. Ooh, you're a strong girl. Perfect. Next, you're gonna take a scoop of your pico de gallo and just put it all on top of the fish. Get a big handful, baby. Nice. Get some more. You can scoop it on. You need to be really generous with this because what you're wanting to do is you want all these flavors to really marinate the fish. Once we're done placing everything on top, we're going to make our little boat and then we're gonna just place it into the fridge for about 30 minutes to marinate. Now, Larry is my mother-in-law's husband. He's passed away now, but he used to love to fish. He had a house down in Rockport. He would go fishing all the time. And this is one of his specialties. Okay, that's good, baby. Perfect. It is like soup. So that's true. Whenever you're making your little fish boat, it is gonna be pretty juicy and that's what you want because you're basically trying to make a marinade and the fish is actually going to steam and cook in this marinade. So and it can be nice and sloppy, doesn't matter because this is how it's gonna cook. So once you have all the toppings on, you'll bring your little boat up like so. And you can certainly make more than one if you'd like. Place it into your pan. Get your, and then you'll place this in your fridge for about 30 minutes because you want your little packet to marinate. So now that your fish is marinated for about 30 minutes, you want to place it into an oven that's been preheated to 400 degrees. We'll use the gloves when we're pulling it out. And your fish is gonna cook at 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. You wanna make sure that it's nice and opaque and fully cooked. So after 20 minutes, once the fish is done, get it out of the oven and just get ready to serve, okay? The fish really tastes best when you get it right out of the oven and it's nice, hot, and steamy. Does that smell good? All right. So I use my fingers, but the foil can be a little hot when you just get it out of the oven, so use care. There should be nice, good juice in the foil packet, and that's why I actually like to use a cooking dish as opposed to just a cookie sheet, because sometimes if you don't get your little foil boat packaged up all the way, which happens to me a lot, some of the juices can kind of run out, and so this helps to kind of contain some of the juices. So then what you do is you simply place your fish on your plate. Does that look good? And now you're ready to serve. Bon appetit! For those of you that don't have access to good pico de gallo at your grocery store, I have a very easy recipe, 6 simple ingredients. You'll need 4 Roma tomatoes diced. You'll need 1 medium onion diced, a half a cup of cilantro cut up really nice and small, 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. I really like that nice coarse salt, and then also the juice of a lime. Finally, what you'll need for your pico de gallo is a jalapeno pepper. Now, everybody's a little bit different with their spice. I like mine right now whenever I'm fixing something for my family, because my little girl's 3, I'll make it a bit more mild. And so I don't use as many of the seeds inside the pepper, but if you like your pico nice and spicy, add the seeds. That is where a lot of the spice is for these peppers. So whenever I'm talking to some of my friends about cutting up different peppers and onions, they always talk about when they are cutting up their jalapeno peppers to watch out for chili burn. What they recommend doing is maybe just putting on some little gloves, because the oil in the skin of the pepper, it can stay on your fingers, and if you have contacts, it's gonna burn. So just to get started, I'm just gonna cut up this jalapeno pepper. I'm gonna live dangerously and not wear any gloves. And I'm just gonna cut it down the middle. And then what I'll do is whenever I slice it, because you don't even have to use the whole jalapeno pepper, I'm just gonna scrape out the seeds just like that, because I'm not gonna include those in my pico. That way I have a bit milder pico de gallo. Again, just cut them lengthwise. Cut up as much or as little as you want, make it as spicy as you'd like. I'm just gonna use a little just for this. And just add it to your tomatoes. Then what you'll do, you just add in your onions, add in your cilantro, add in your salt, and then add in the juice of your lime for taste. Some people really like a nice, really limey, citrusy pico de gallo. Others don't like it as much, so you can do it to taste. If you're unsure and you've never really tried pico de gallo, you're gonna be safe if you just use half of a lime. And then you just mix it all together in a bowl. Now, what's interesting is pico de gallo, it got its name. Some people ask, how is pico different than salsa? And pico de gallo is gonna just be a much chunkier sauce that you can use, and it gets its name because it's the colors of a rooster's beak. So that's how they got the name for pico de gallo. Now, pico is served best once all of the flavors are able to marinate together. So you can put a little covering on it, stick it in the fridge, let it marinate for an hour or 2, or even overnight. The longer you let it marinate, the richer that the flavors will be. You can use pico de gallo not just on your fish, you can serve it with tortillas, you can serve it with chips, you can actually serve it with a variety of different foods. So it's a wonderful, healthy topping that you can use.